Let's look at the indirect function. This is the problem statement. We want to have the sum of sales for north come here when the user chooses north. But if the user chooses south, then the sum of the sales should come from the south sheet. Now, if you look at the bottom, we have two sheets available, north and south, and obviously the numbers are different. Now, this is how we use an indirect function. Let's first write the basic formula. So we write equal to sum and we simply choose the four cells. So we get north B3 colon B6. Now think of it this way. We want the user to be able to decide which sheet they want, right? So what we'll very smartly do is, I'll remove this equal to sign. Where north is written, we'll simply select B3, do a concatenate, add an exclamation mark, another concatenate, and then add B3 colon B6. All of this will come inside an indirect function. And then when we put the equal to sign, you notice we get south is 1650 and then north is 1000. As you can see, north is 1000, south is 1650. Now this is crazy because typically when a user is expected to go to different sheets and get the result, you have to go to the other sheet, right? What we have done here is we have made the sheet name dynamic so that the user doesn't have to go and bother and click on the sheet that they want. They can simply choose the sheet name and the result will come from that sheet. Now, how is it working? Let's just understand this. So when I say, let me just take out this part. So if I simply concatenate all of this, right, we get north exclamation B3 colon B6. But then how do I get the value from B3 colon B6? We have to use an indirect function. And you notice it gives us all the results. And because we're combining all these results inside a sum function, it could be any function, you notice we get the answer. So very simple once you get the hang of it. It can be very, very powerful for big models where you have a number of sheets and you have a template on every different sheet and you want to go between different sheets by simply choosing a drop down like this. Just to show you, if I added one more sheet, let's say for east, and I'm just putting some different numbers here. So let's say we have 123, 123, 345 and 324. We can simply come back and let me just add east to my list as well. The user can choose east and the result will come for east as well. So that's the advantage of doing this, that you don't have to write these formulas every single time. It will dynamically go to that sheet and pick up the values. Do remember, like I told you earlier, if you have a space in your sheet name, like this one says sheet space east and this one says sheet space south and this one says sheet space north. Now what will happen is that, let me just change the names here. So we have sheet north, sheet south, and then sheet east. This time you notice it doesn't work. The reason is because we need to enclose this within an apostrophe. So it has to be enclosed within a single apostrophe like this, and now the result will come. Right? So I hope this is clear. We are taking a single apostrophe. We are adding the sheet name, which is sheet north, and then we are closing that with another single apostrophe and an exclamation mark. That means we are creating something like this. We are creating, just watch, equal to apostrophe sheet north apostrophe exclamation mark. And if I say, let's say B3, it will return the value from B3. So these are the elements that we want to create: apostrophe, sheet name, apostrophe and exclamation mark, and the cell reference.